I want you to imagine something. A book written over 600 years ago. It's filled with these incredible drawings, strange star charts, and page after page of elegant handwritten text. But here's the thing. No one on Earth can read it.
Wait, hang on. No one? You're telling me top historians, brilliant scientists, even our super smart computers can't crack it? That just sounds impossible. We figured out ancient hieroglyphs. The idea that one book could just resist everything we throw at it is crazy.
Well, it's very real, and that's what makes it the ultimate puzzle. We're talking about the Voynich Manuscript, named after Wilfred Voynich, the book dealer who brought it to the world's attention way back in 1912. For a long, long time, people just dismissed it, saying, oh, it's got to be a fake, a really clever modern forgery.
But that's where the science makes this whole mystery so much deeper. See, in 2009, scientists performed carbon dating on the parchment itself, and the results, they were absolutely definitive. This thing is the real deal, dating all the way back to the early 15th century, somewhere between 1404 and 1438.
Exactly. That carbon dating result just blows the whole modern fake theory right out of the water. This is a genuine artifact. Someone, 600 years ago, spent an incredible amount of time and effort creating, well, this unreadable thing. The big question is, why? So we know the artifact is real. It's about 240 pages long, though it looks like some pages are missing. Now let's talk about what's inside it, because the contents are a complete paradox. The entire book is filled with these beautiful, hand-painted illustrations, and we can sort of divide it into sections based on what the pictures seem to be about.
The biggest section is the botanical one, and it is just bizarre. You're looking at these detailed drawings of what look like herbs and plants, but they aren't. Most of them don't match any known species on Earth. Or they look like these weird mashups. The flower from one plant, the leaves from another, and the roots are just fantastical. It honestly feels like you're looking at an alien botany textbook.
That's the question everyone asks, and the answer seems to be a solid no. Not a single plant has ever been definitively identified. It's like the artist was drawing from their imagination, or maybe from a world that isn't ours.
And the strangeness just ramps up when you get to the so-called biological section. This is the part that gets a lot of attention. It's filled with these small, naked figures, mostly women, and they're bathing in these elaborate systems of green pools and tubs, all connected by these strange tubes and weird contraptions. It could be about medicine, maybe anatomy, or some kind of ritual. But we just have no idea. That's a perfect way to put it. Yeah. The drawings look almost functional, like a diagram, but the details are pure fantasy. You feel like if you could just read the text next to the pictures, it would all make sense. But you can't.
And this is where the manuscript earns its other nickname, the Codebreaker's Graveyard. The best of the best have tried to crack it. We're talking about the brilliant minds from World War II, the same people who broke the German Enigma code. Linguists, cryptographers, modern AI, they've all tried, and every single one of them has failed.
What's so fascinating is the script itself, which we call Voynichese. When you analyze it, it behaves like a real language. Words repeat, it seems to have grammatical rules, there's a definite structure. It's clearly not just random scribbles. But here's the catch. It doesn't match any known language family on the planet.
And here's why codebreakers get so stuck. Every natural language has a predictable fingerprint. You know, like in English, the letter E is super common. But Voynichese, it doesn't have those natural peaks and valleys. The frequency of its characters is almost robotic, too regular. It's so statistically weird that there's no foothold, no starting point to begin cracking the code. It's almost too perfect, which is something that would be incredibly hard to fake.
Pretty much. It's not that they gave up, but no computer has ever produced a translation that anyone agrees on. The AI can scan it and compare its patterns to every language ever recorded, and it still comes back empty. It can't even tell us if it's a language, or a code, or something else entirely. So all of this leads us down a rabbit hole of theories. I mean, if we can't read it, we have to start asking the bigger question, why was this thing even made in the first place? What was its purpose?
All right, let's line up the usual suspects. Theory number 1, it's a medical or herbal guide, but it's encrypted to protect its secrets. Theory 2, it's a manual for alchemy or some other hidden knowledge, something considered so dangerous it had to be locked away in an unbreakable code. Theory 3, it's just a book written in a real language that has been completely lost to time. And then there's theory number 4.
Right? A 600-year-old practical joke? It's a fun idea, but that linguistic complexity we just talked about makes a simple hoax really unlikely.
For a 15th century forger to create gibberish that has such a sophisticated language-like structure by hand would be almost impossible.
So here's why the mystery endures. We have zero context, no known author, no title, and most importantly, no explanatory key has ever been found. There's no Rosetta Stone for Voynich. It's like someone spent years building an intricate machine and then forgot to leave the instruction manual.
So where is this centuries-old enigma today? It's kept under lock and key at Yale University's Beinecke Library, where its official designation is Manuscript 408. But the best part is, it's been fully digitized. Anyone, anywhere in the world can go online right now and take a shot at being the one who finally cracks the code.
I think it matters because it's a direct challenge to our modern belief that all information is recoverable. The Voynich Manuscript is living proof that we can write something down and then lose the key forever. It's a humbling reminder that even with all our technology, there are still some doors we just can't open.
Can you imagine, though, after 600 years of silence, being the very first person to actually read those words? Would it be some profound lost secret of the universe? Or would it just be, a surprisingly detailed recipe for a 15th century headache cure? The not knowing is what makes it so powerful.
That's a really interesting thought. What if the whole point of the book isn't what's written in it? What if the book exists just to make us question the limits of what we can know? Maybe the mystery itself is the message it's trying to send us.
Exactly. And maybe it's a lesson from the past, that not everything needs to be solved. Maybe some secrets are meant to stay hidden, hiding in plain sight, forever.